What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ville Chillin' Podcast. Today, we're kind of doing another charity episode, I guess, but we're focused on toy drives. It's Christmas time. The kids need some toys. So,
Toy drives?
hang out, and we're going to talk about it. All right, man. So why don't we start this off by I guess, did you have a favorite toy that you got for Christmas or growing up or something?
Yeah, definitely. I'd have to go with the growing up, the Turbo Man. There's a thing called a Turbo Man doll. Back in the 90s, it was like really important. So like that, if I had to go with anything, that'd probably be it.
I hear Arnold Schwarzenegger really struggled to find that toy.
Oh, it was a whole thing. They made a movie about it.
And he got a reindeer drunk. Like growing up, I guess I was lucky. I got a lot of video games. So I think Nintendo 64 was probably a Christmas present. And then
what was the Christmas video game? Like, what was the Christmas video game that sticks out? I know everyone has like a video game that they got, like they played.
Probably the same one for a lot of people, but Pokemon always released around that time. Of course, so Game Boy was huge, but like Nintendo 64, of course, you had GoldenEye and Mario Kart. Oh.
What Pokemon was it though? Like, what was the Pokemon color? Was it like because what they came?
The first one I got was red. That was one of the originals.
Because Charizard. Okay, cool.
And then I never actually owned a copy of blue, but I did get yellow eventually.
The one where like Pikachu followed you around.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh man, good times. So I guess as we kind of said in the intro, today we're kind of focused on toy drives and places that you can donate money or toys or even, canned goods and stuff. Dare to Care and everybody does stuff around this time. So kind of like we did with the last, I guess, charity episode. But this one has a little bit of a focus on toys for the kids. So first up, of course, Toys for Tots. I mean, why wouldn't you include Toys for Tots in this discussion, right? So, the branch that's local, I guess, serves Jefferson, Oldham, Shelby, Spencer, Henry, Owen, and Letcher counties. And you can even do requests. So if you're someone who needs to get something for your kid or you can't, or if you know someone who needs that assistance, you can do that right from here. And then, of course, you can donate as well. So during 2022, says they distributed 44,141 toys. That's a lot of toys for over 16,000 kids, man. That's amazing. That's awesome. They got all kinds of information here about how to help and how to host if you want to host a toy drive and different things. So always good to see them out and doing things for the kids. Along the same lines, you actually mentioned this one, the angel tree. So it says if you would like to adopt an angel, there are still angels available at Mall of St. Matthews, Oxmoor Center, and Jefferson Mall. You can adopt, shop, and return your angel before December 4th. So deadline's right here, but just another really awesome organization and project that does a lot to ensure kids have a good Christmas. And then Catholic Charities of Louisville, they have Presents with a Purpose. So they provide Christmas gifts to hundreds of families across many of the programs. I think what's cool about this one is it says we fashion our own store in a gym packed with thousands of new toys, personal hygiene items, home goods, winter coats, and clothing. Parents are invited in to shop for what their families want and need instead of just handed a bag of items. They say, because let's be honest, only Santa can hand you a gift and be sure it's what you really want. So
that's awesome.
They're doing drop-offs, looks like through December 10th. So if you want to donate to Catholic Charities of Louisville for their Presents with a Purpose, you can get in contact with them. And drop-offs are by appointment only. It says you email them. Have until December. The last one I kind of wanted to mention because I think it's kind of a cool concept, kind of along the same lines of the angel tree, I guess, where you adopt an angel and then shop for them. This is Adopt a Block. It's the 4th annual Adopt a Block for change makers. Basically, you literally almost adopt a whole block. They have different monetary breakdowns here. This isn't all you can give. You can give what you're capable, but just kind of gives you an idea of how much they try to put into each a gift that they give. They make it really easy and to get the donation in. You can see down here that some people are only able to donate, $20, $25, and that's okay. Every little bit helps and goes a long way. This time of year is hard for everybody. So when you're struggling to make things happen, it's even harder. And if any of those don't, I guess, speak to you necessarily, Courier Journal put together this news article here where they have 22 places to donate. Some of them are the ones that we just mentioned, and then a lot others. Boys and Girls Haven, there's Catholic Charities of Louisville, Center for Lay Ministries, Center for Women and Families, Coalition for the Homeless, of course, Dare to Care, Dream Factory, Family and Children's Place, Habitat for Humanity. And it's funny because even though we didn't talk about them this time, some of these we talked about in our last episode. Home of the Innocents, House of Ruth, Kentucky Humane Society, and Louisville Metro Animal Services. I want to kind of pause here because I think those are huge this time of year because people end up getting animals that they aren't necessarily for, or maybe a dog's just more hyper than they're able to handle, or whatever the case may be. I think this time of year there is a lot of animals that end up being purchased, but then like after the first of the year, they need new families. So,
and a lot of the shelters are kind of usually like low on resources.
Louisville Zoo is hosting a Dare to Care drive, so that's pretty cool. The zoo always goes pretty all out when they do that kind of stuff. It's you can donate, but then they have cheaper tickets to get it. Toys for Tots, as we mentioned, Maryhurst, Ronald McDonald House Charities, St. Vincent de Paul's, Salvation Army Angel Tree, and then the Salvation Army Red Kettles and Bell Ringers. The Shamrock Foundation, which I don't know anything about them, says Shamrock Pet Foundation. Volunteers of America Mid-States. So that's who Courier Journal gave their kind of shout out to. All very important organizations doing very important work here in our city. So, again, it's just that time of year. We thought we'd just kind of bring it back around to giving again and just making sure that we come together as a community. Everybody has what they need. Toys or, the Catholic Charities of Louisville mention the hygiene code. Be remiss without mentioning again this time of year that if you need help or you need resources, there's definitely places out there. And if you have time to give or resources to give, they're always looking for help. So I guess to round out this episode, we're going to move on from toys to Christmas lights. Another thing that kids just love this time of year. Which I can't blame them. I mean, I
like Christmas lights, right? Like that's the best part.
Yeah, there's some neighborhoods in this city you can literally just like drive around and you don't even have to pay for these shows.
Right, the same ones you go to like during Halloween that have all like the decorations and stuff. Same ones that got like the cool lights as well. So
yeah, exactly.
Go to the same places.
Exactly. So we of course got to start out with the lights under Louisville. It's been known for a long time, and they've apparently been doing shows since November 10th, but they're running through January 1st. So plenty of time to still get that in. You only pay per car, looks like, unless you have like a large van or bus and stuff like that. It starts getting into some. He said or a trunk. So we already talked about this when we talked about the fair, dude. Oh man. So I think I saw down here. Yeah, it's the only underground holiday light show in the world. So that's pretty cool. Just another unique thing that Louisville can lay claim to.
I heard it's connected to Mammoth Cave.
Really? I don't know.
I heard it. I don't know if it's true. I heard it. That's all I said.
So they have more than 40 themed displays, over 900 lit characters with 6.5 million points of light. That's huge. And the only domestic holographic Santa, apparently. I would prefer a holographic Tupac, but I'll take Santa that time of year. Exactly. So it's something pretty cool. Kids love it.
Wait, did it say CNN?
Yeah, mentioned on. So USA Today, CNN's talked about them. Southern Living, USA Today, Travel Channel.
Villain ENT.
Villain ENT, dude, right here, coming at you live.
We'll do it live.
It does look pretty cool though. This is looking at these pictures. I mean, that's crazy. I can't imagine the planning that goes into it. Like, how many months and years out are they planning these? Kind of like the pumpkins and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just the first show that we wanted to mention. Definitely a good time if you have the time and ability. Kids love lights. The next one is at the Waterfront Botanical Gardens. Gardens A Glimmer. This one looks pretty crazy too. I mean, not as, it's not themed and things like that, but it's still a cool concept, a cool idea. And I guess maybe there's a lot of lights there still,
Lots of lights.
Might not be 6.5 million, but they got some cool stuff popping up too. So
really cool, like intricate designs there too.
Yeah, and cool ways to showcase, different plants and like plant exhibits and things. That's really cool. It looks like they're running through December 30th this year. Next up, we've got more of an adult attraction, I guess, but Miracle on Market. Miracle is a Christmas-themed pop-up cocktail bar that serves holiday cocktails in a festive setting. So with kitschy holiday decor, professionally developed cocktails, and the nostalgic energy of the best office party you've ever been to. So holidays aren't just for kids. If it's up your alley, then,
Merry Christmas.
A lot of adults get into it. Yeah, and a Merry Christmas, right? And I mean, it looks pretty low-key, pretty chill, but still... kind of like it said, I guess that office party vibe or something. It actually says all ages are allowed until 9 p.m. each night. So that's pretty cool. Can still include everyone for certain hours. And the last one, I'm not even really going to try to pronounce this. It's in Paristown, though.
It's Fete de Noel.
Gotcha. Thank you for that, Jack. I think you nailed that. That was perfect.
Like Jesus. Sorry.
Oh, man. That was funny. Paristown. It looks like they got kind of a lot going on here. It looks like the whole area, they got the ice rink and different stuff going on. Kind of like they do with the Halloween stuff, I guess. They do a lot of Halloween stuff in Paristown as well. So they got photos with Santa on various days. They got a holiday market and train rides, holiday movie nights, food, beverages, probably a lot of hot chocolate. So they do quite a lot there in Harristown and really try to celebrate these holidays that we try to mention, and they do quite a good job putting stuff together for it. So
Even like just the ice rink alone, I think is worth the trip. But everything else, yeah, definitely seems like a good time.
yeah, there's a lot. So somewhere in Louisville, there's definitely if you're okay going out in the cold. I'm not the biggest fan of cold myself, but
I'm hibernating at the moment.
yeah,
I'm ready for summer to come back.
yeah, if you're up for it and that's your thing, there's definitely a lot to do still in the city, even when it's cold. And we know this city gets cold right here on the river. And it's always a new adventure each day with the weather. So
I'm wearing t-shirts today.
exactly. But I guess with that, you got anything else to add, my man?
Nope, I think that's it.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year. And I guess we'll see you next time.